Hi, my friends. How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. In this vlog, I'm gonna speak about the answering of the emails. So one of the follower he sent me the emails that he had a couple of questions as a new private hire driver. He has yet to join as a private hire driver. Like he's gonna start the Uber jobs hopefully sooner rather than later. And he left some questions to me so that I'll answer. And he's making himself ready, and he's preparing himself so that he could do the effective jobs, and he could have the best experience in the beginning. So before going to the details, I'm gonna speak about the couple of things. Okay, guys, as new driver you have to be more careful when it comes to the Uber jobs, because sometime obviously you don't know the things, that how the things are going. The riders who sit with you, okay, if they don't have good experience with you, and the riders are so cruel to leave the bad ratings, or and they can even complain to the Uber. Okay, so giving 1 2 star is not a problem. So sometimes people leave the comments like through the messages over the app. They leave the comment that this driver has had these sort of issues, like he was putting the brakes very harsh, right? Or they can leave the bad comments like any sort of, okay, so that car was smelly, car was not clean, or something like that. Okay, so whatever bad experience if customer feel they have had with you, they can leave you the star rating without comments, or they can give you 1 or 2 star, 3 star, whatever, and plus they can put the comments also, so that those comments appear over your the Uber rating. Okay, Uber rating section, where it shows your rating, like if it is 4.959, 4.98, or whatever rating you have, and you when you click on that, and you could see the rider feedback. Okay, so if they comment, that will appear in that section. Okay, and thirdly, lastly, which is a very dangerous thing, that sometime the riders, they ring the Uber, okay, ring the Uber support, and they officially make the complaint against you. Okay, that is very dangerous, because if that happens, Uber takes it very seriously, and then Uber approach you through the messages that customer has this sort of bad intervention with you, and you have been not good, like safety wise, for example, or the customer wasn't treated well, and for example, so like if you misbehave, if you were rude with customer, so if customer give a call to the customer services and report against you, so Uber keep collecting the serious complaints against you. And I'll tell you that uh, being a new Uber driver, obviously you are not trained enough sometimes, and you are driving fast. For example, you are not slow at the curbs, or when you apply the brakes could be harsh. And as you see, the rash drivers over the road. I'm not telling you are rash or you are gonna be rash as a new driver, but I can say when I was a new driver, my style of the driving was not so careful, I can say that. But since I'm a Uber driver, I try to be reasonable over the road, and wherever I'm driving, I try to be. I'm always considerate that there is a rider behind me. He or she should feel safe about the driving experience they have with me. So I what I do generally, I whenever I'm accelerating, not very slow, but in a normal style, I'll accelerate, okay, the car. When it comes the humps, I will be slow, a little bit slow. When the humps are crossed, then I take the speed. Okay, and obviously I try to follow, I always follow the speed limits, I can say. And then wherever the traffic light comes, I try to stop, okay, when the yellow light appears. So there are some certain things, like you could be considerate about, okay, like your car. First of all, before you drive the car, you should be cleaning, okay, your car, and make sure it's cleaned enough so that people sit in your car, and make sure it's not smelly, okay, it should be in good appearance. So your journey starts from this point, okay, like your car is clean. If your car is clean, that's pretty good. Okay, whenever the rider takes ride with you, that's fine. So when the rider is offloaded, and this rider is gone away, uh, So when you move your car, put all the windows down and fresh the air, okay, in the car, and so that the next rider when sits feel okay about it, because sometimes the last rider could be a little bit messy as well, and so you can't even feel that they could be smelly as well, okay, stinky as well. So make sure you again refresh the car and see behind there is everything okay behind there, okay. So right, so you should be careful when you are a new driver, okay, because if Uber have like two or three the official complaints against you, they may block your account completely. And believe me, I have one email in my inbox, and I replied to that guy quite late. I feel sorry about it, but he emailed me that his Uber account is blocked, like he can't have access to the Uber account, and what he should do, okay. So that guy is in trouble. I'll just put without mentioning his name, obviously I'll show you what exactly the email I got here, okay. And you guys can pause and have a look what that guy send the email me to me. So as a new driver, there could be so many concerns as well, and there is not so much guideline for the new drivers that how exactly they should deal with the customer. So that's one of the basic reason that I have started this YouTube channel, okay. So enough explained that as a new driver, be careful guys, and be reasonable with the customers. Always treat them nicely whenever they get in. Hello, hi, how you doing, sir? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. And then as the journey starts, what exactly I do, I always confirm the destination address, because by mistake sometimes customers put the wrong destination address. And to avoid that conflict, you should always make sure the destination address, okay. When you make sure about it, then you carry on with the journey, okay. Stay slow whenever driving in the beginning, okay, like your acceleration should be reasonable of the car, and follow the speed limits. Wherever the humps come, be careful, just pass very slow on it. Customer shouldn't feel jumped behind there. And when the customer is offloading from the car, is going away, just thank you sir, I appreciate it, have a nice evening ahead, have a nice weekend ahead, or whatever you could say as a greeting. That's very important, okay. So these are the couple of things you should do. Keep the car clean, and possibly if you could keep some scents also in the car, refreshing scents, and that could be better as well, okay. Make sure car is not smelly, not dirty, plus your driving should be very smooth, okay. So that's how as a new driver you can survive so good, okay. So these are the couple of things guys, okay, keep in mind. So as a new driver, and make sure things go smooth, okay. So now we come to the next point. The thing is, as this guy, he wants to start as a Uber driver the jobs, and he has some concern or questions he noticed, and he sent me the email 2 times. So I'll start telling you from number one question he asked me. Plus I had in the community a section of YouTube, I had left one blog post that I'm gonna make this vlog, that I'm gonna answer the new private to be or new private hire drivers, that what concern or what issues they could have. And I also got the comments which are I think yeah, there are 3 comments also which I got from you guys, and I'll answer those comments also, okay. So let's start from the first question. This guy asked me through email. So the first question is, what do you do when customers ask you to stop on a no stopping curb? For example given like bus stop, bus lanes, no stopping without being rude or avoiding poor rating, okay. So the to answer this question, I'll tell you that uh right right, basically what it happens, sometimes the customer they are standing on the place where you are supposed not to stop your car, okay, like such as there is a bus stop. Never stop on the bus stop. So if the customer is there, either you should be stopping to pick up this customer, either a little bit behind the bus stop or after the bus stop you go, okay. Don't stop on the bus stop without caring that the customer needs exactly at the bus stop. Okay, customer won't mind about it most of the time. Okay, so let's go a little bit further to the bus stop or behind the bus stop. If there is like single yellow, double yellow line, stop your car there and the customer will walk to you. Okay, when the customer sit in the car and explain it, uh, hi, how you doing, sir? Sorry, I couldn't stop at the bus stop because it's not allowed to stop. So when you give the reason that to the customer, or legit reason obviously, and they will understand, they don't give you the bad rating. Okay, so if you don't speak up, okay, if you don't tell the customer that why you stopped behind or after the bus stop, there is possibility maybe they give you the 1 star or 2 star. Okay, communication is the key, guys. And secondly, sometimes there are like curly lines just after the bus stop or behind the bus stops, or let's say there are curly lines, with the pedestrian crossing is. Okay, so it's a crime, okay, to stop at the curly lanes. Never ever take the chance. Okay, so you have in this scenario, or sometimes there is red route, like single red line, double red line. Generally double red line, in over the double red line you cannot stop ever. Okay, so you have to go further to next road, or any place where is single yellow and double yellow line, or you go to the side street. Okay, so in this scenario, for example, there is curly lane, there is single red line, there is a double red line. Go to the next convenient place or to the next street and turn left, and further ahead or turn right to the next street wherever possible, and put the double lights on. And if customer will see you, they will walk down to you. Okay, and when they sit in the car, explain that why you took this maneuver or why you been to the other place. Okay, so, and if the customer is not around, is the best thing to do is ring the customer. Over the app there is a option to ring the customer or leave the message. So it's more convenient to ring the customer and let them know what street or what place you are at, and the customer should come to you. Okay, so enough explained about it, about the first question. So now come the second question. What is the best navigation for Uber and Bolt? Does This is the second question. Does Waze come on both Uber, Bolt? So yeah, the best navigation, in my opinion, is Waze. So what it happens, over the app you get the option that you should go to the account, then setting, and then go to the navigation section. And over there, instead of by default, the Uber navigation is selected, so you should select Waze from there. Okay, so in settings you can set the Waze as a navigation of the Uber app, and you need to download separately the Waze navigation. Okay, so what happen when you start the ride, you will get a navigation button over the app of the Uber. You will press that, and it will the navigation will open separately, and the Uber will pass this destination address to the Waze, and that's how the Waze will start up and will automatically configure your destination address of the customer and will take you through. Okay, so this is the answer. Yeah, Bolt does the same thing. Okay, in the Bolt settings, wherever there is the navigation, so if go in the navigation and select that Waze option, and it will when the ride starts, it will automatically pass the destination address to the Waze app, and Waze app will automatically open, and then you start the journey. Okay, this was the answer of the second question to this guy who emailed me. So this is the next question. Third one is, what do you do to avoid getting poor rating feedback or feedback from the customer? Okay, I already explained during the answer. As I started the vlog, I had explained the things, what to do to avoid the poor rating. Okay, as a new driver, obviously you could do the mistakes, and to avoid the mistakes, I'll repeat again, to avoid getting the poor rating, if let's communicate effectively with the customer. Like, obviously you need to greet them. Your car should be clean enough, and your driving should be smooth. Okay, don't accelerate too much in the beginning. Just drive smoothly, and then when the humps come, be slow at the humps. When you're turning the car, be slow. Plus, when there are the red traffic lights, when you see the yellow traffic light, be slow. Okay, and the customer should feel safe with you. Okay, but that is very important. Safety is the most important thing. Okay, you should consider about. And yeah, and greet the customer when they sit in, when they are going. Just say have a nice evening ahead, have a nice afternoon ahead, have a nice weekend ahead. Greeting is very important. Plus make sure the place they are going, just put tell them their, the destination address. Okay, so these are the things you should do, in my opinion, to avoid the bad rating. And I'll tell you, my personal the star rating is 4.95 on the Uber at the moment, and 4.90 over the Bolt app. Okay, with Uber I have done more than 7,000 trips. Okay, and yes, it happens sometimes. Customer don't understand you, customer misunderstand you, and can leave you 1 star, 2 star. Don't worry about it. If customer complain against you, don't worry, try to correct yourself in the try to be as appropriate you could do, as the best thing you could do from your side. That's very important. Okay, so lastly, to answer this question, I'll tell you the last complaint which customer had made against me. I'll tell you in detail. So I'll tell you, what happened. So far, the customers have complained against me 2 times officially. Means they ring the customer support and told, filed a serious complaint against me. And one complaint happened like 2 3 years back, and one complaint has recently happened during the Ramadan. Okay, I'll tell you. So anyway, about the recent complaint, I'll explain it to you what happened. The customer was waiting for me to be picked, and while on the way I was stopped at the road. There was road maintenance going on, and the road traffic was so much. And I was stopped at the the mini light. And there was so much traffic ahead of me and behind me, and there was a conflict of people coming from other road and from this road they are going. They were stopped for a couple of minutes because any idiot, I can say that, made the road blocked. So I was stuck at a point at the road works, near the road works, and I couldn't move on. So I had to pick up the customer was ringing me, was text messaging me that, mate, how long would you take, how when are you coming? So maybe the customer was in rush and was so much concerned, and ring me so much, and texted me again. I told I'm stuck at the this road work is going on, and I am stuck on the traffic light. Please wait for me, I'll be there, I will definitely be there. Okay, so this customer maybe wasn't believing me. The customer was thinking I was stopped by purpose, and I'm not moving on by myself. So I wish I had cancelled that ride. I didn't do it because I thought maybe this customer has some important thing to do, and I should give the ride to him. But I was wrong. This customer, what happened when sit behind me and was being rude even with me, that why I wasn't moving in the my car. So I told the customer politely, right, if you want me to show you, I could go and show you that where exactly I was stuck, and still the same thing is same. There is traffic, and if you don't want, I can move on, and have the ride with you. So customer say, okay, I believe you, no problem, just move on. But what happened after the journey was ended? I give customer 1 star. I mean, so normally I don't give 1 or 2 star to the people. So I specifically give 1 star rating to this customer. And the Uber, what does Uber, when we end the ride, we get the option to give the customer the star rating as customer finishes the ride. Okay, and that's it. So driver gets the chance to give the customer the rating instantly. Okay, the same time we give the star, we have to give. But on the other end, the customer gets the option to give us the star rating even later on. So probably customer get the emails from Uber or the message that you could leave the driver star rating anytime in the future even, right? So I give this customer 1 star, and I didn't get any message through the Uber. And then right, so this journey was about evening time, and when it was a night time, around after the midnight, I was taking the rides. I got an email message also, and in the inbox I got the message through the through Uber that one customer has complained against me that I was being rude to the customer. Though I explained to the Uber support team that no, I ring them up and explain that why I give the customer one star and what was the reason, and I was unhappy with this customer, that's why I give one star, and this customer just complained against me because of that possibly. So that was the last customer's bad experience with me, but that's fine, it happens. So if it is like once in a blue moon customer complain against you is fine, but if with a row you are being unlucky, 2 3 customer put the official complaint against you, your account may block. Okay, so be careful about it. Uber is such a nice platform to work with. Okay, so right, so guys, things already explained in details. This is the answer for the third question. The next come the fourth question. Okay, this is just getting the evening time, maybe it will be a little bit dark, so but still I carry on until I feel like that there is when there is no enough lighting, I'll turn on the lights anyway. The fourth question is, do you lock doors when you are driving, and when customer are taking trip with you, do you lock the doors or do you leave the doors open? Okay, so what is the customer reaction in this scenario? So when the journey starts, I never lock the door. I do lock the door when I know that there is the customer who is sitting with the kids. Okay, so I lock the doors. So only when the kids are there, but in other scenarios I never lock the door. Okay, imagine if there is a young lady sitting behind you and you lock the door, she may not feel good about it, that why you lock the door. So guys, don't, in my opinion, never lock the door, because there is not any specific guideline about it also from the TFL or from the Uber that you should lock the door or you should keep the doors unlocked. So keep the doors unlocked, customer is with you, and when there are kids, just lock the door. Okay, that's what I exactly do. Okay, so guys, now comes the next question, which is the fifth one. Do you use a navigation on the app every time when you don't know the route? So uh, in every journey, in every journey, I am using the Waze app, and without the Waze I'm incomplete. Okay, I cannot drive without Waze. This is what I know. Although I know the common routes, for if you will ask me to go from such as, let's say, East Ham to Canning Town, East Ham to Tower Bridge, East Ham to Central London, where is Soho, I could easily go by on my own. Okay, but obviously when there are small towns or the small short roads you are at, sometimes you don't even know how to come out of it. Okay, so using this Waze app is so convenient, and uh, customer never have problem with that also. Plus we are not the black cab drivers. It is essential for the, I think, black cab drivers to know every single route, every single road. So for us people, it's not important to know every single road and every single route. Okay, so we should use the navigation that is more convenient. Okay, so this fifth question is answered. Now come the sixth question. What is the customer view when you do not know the route? Right, so obviously we get the destination address through the apps, and Waze app is launched separately, and this is I mean, we always know where we are going most of the time. Okay, and it is not like when the job notification come and I don't see the destination address. What you guys are gonna do as a new driver, whenever the trip's coming, you immediately are clicking it without even seeing it, that what is the end destination. It's not in my scenario, because I always know what is the end destination and what is the postcode which it may take me. Okay, for me the most convenient thing to do is to stay in West London, North London and Central London. This is what I do. When I was living in East London, I was doing the jobs in East London, let's say Central London, North London, and I was going far away, but in the beginning. But see, you could set your own parameters, that what exactly, which places exactly you need to be at. Okay, and if you ask me right now, that if I take the ride to the SE areas from West London, I don't do it. Okay, because if I get a ride to Croydon, I don't do it. So I keep myself to Central London, most of West London, Southwest, Northwest, North areas. East London, I'm okay to go there, and the Northwest, North London, I'm fine. So it's our choice, where we need to be. So we know the destination, that where we are always, and I mean where I am always, and I know the route, where I have to be. So customer obviously has no issue with you, and obviously you use the navigation. Okay, sixth question answer. Now comes the seventh question we asked me. Seventh question is about, do customer like you driving the with the use of navigation? Yes, customer have no issue with that. If you are using the navigation, customer have no issue with that. They need to get to the place they want to be. But what the customer may have concern with you is that the route you choose. Okay, so be considerate or be careful about the route you are taking. Okay, try to take the best route, possible route, which will minimize the journey distance, plus will take the minimum time to reach at the destination. Okay, so let's choose the route which is good mileage wise, less mileage, and also which takes less time to do. Okay, so this is the main customer's concern. And don't take the longer routes, don't go through the longer route, because over the Waze app there is the option of choosing the the different routes also. You just if the for example, if the journey is 3 mile to 5 mile, okay, whichever the way you can choose is not a problem, and whichever route you are going through is generally not a problem, because the journey is for the short time, is no problem. But when the journey is longer, let's say like 10 miles to 20 miles, or 7-8 miles to 20 mile, 30 mile, like that, so you should go in the Waze app and see the routes option. Okay, there is a button over the Waze app which you press, the is the routes button, and you will see the multiple routes you could choose. So through there you see that what is the best route which will reduce the mileage, which and also which may help you to have the the short journey time. Okay, so you could do that. So enough explained. Right, so eighth question: do you get poor rating or a reaction from customer if you go through the busy road or through the traffic? So answering this eighth question, my answer is that uh, obviously when you're taking the journey and when it is a rush hours, when you started the journey, there is no traffic. But when it was mid of the journey, all of a sudden the traffic has started to build up. Okay, so in this case, the journey timing could be longer than usual, means you may be reaching to the destination 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late. So if you are stuck in the traffic, simply just being quiet and not telling the customer is not the good thing to do. Okay, so you should explain to the customer excuse me, madam, sir, is just recently the traffic has started to develop, and we might be 5 or 10 minutes late, and I apologize about it. I am. So the customer will say, no, it's fine, you keep driving. So generally customer has never the problem if you are stuck in the traffic, because they also know what exactly is happening. And but you should explain what exactly is happening over the road, so that they don't give you the bad rating. This is the best thing to do, and you never, in my opinion, you will not get the bad rating. Okay, so there is a ninth question: is Toyota Prius Plus Uber XL, Bolt XL, or is it just X on both companies? Through this Prius Plus you get the jobs. So answering to this question, uh, what I think, what I know, that with Prius Plus you get XL jobs also, and you get the X jobs also. Okay, but obviously when the Uber send a notification to the customer that Prius Plus is coming, and of Prius Plus, in which the people can sit, extra 3 people can sit in it. So the customer, they get the notification that Prius Plus is coming. So they all, most of the time customers also know that Prius Plus is this sort of car, and if they have the luggage, they may cancel if they have like, let's say, so much luggage which normally XL cars can hold, and they may cancel the ride in this case. Or when you are about to pick up, and there are already 5-6 people sitting behind you, and when you put the luggage in it and the luggage is too much, means you will have to cancel the ride. So you get the XL jobs also, in my opinion, and you get the Uber X jobs also with Uber and Bolt. Okay, customer already know that Prius Plus is coming. If they just want to, if just few people, I mean 5 6 people want to sit behind there, they will take the journey, no problem. But if they have luggage, then it could be the issue. They may cancel the ride, or you will have to cancel the ride in case of there is so much luggage. Okay, that's the difference. Hi guys, welcome to the second part of this vlog. It was yesterday's evening when I was making the previous part of the vlog, but for the moment is morning, and I have done the night job, and this is the morning time in the area. I'm in the area of Kensington and waiting for the ride to come, and I have put the destination to UB areas, to UB4, and if I get there are more likely the chances that I get the Heathrow ride from Kensington if I put the destination. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so guys, in the previous part of the vlog, I had explained the answers of 9 questions, which my the one guy who sent me email. He asked me, and that brother asked me the questions in 2 emails. Okay, so in the first email he asked 8 questions, which I already have explained, and in the second email he put further few more questions, and the ninth question starts from the second email, which I already replied. It was about the Uber XL, and the jobs about Uber XL, which is replied already, the ninth question. Now is the 10th question he asked me. I'll reply for it. Do you carry a child seat? And my answer is, we never carry the child seat. It is not essential or not mandatory for Uber X, Uber XL, executive, luxury, or any sort of drivers to carry the the child seat. It is the customer's responsibility. If they have a toddler or if they have a little child, it's their responsibility to carry on the child seat with them, and I never have it with me. Okay guys, and if they and if the children are bigger, most of times who travel with us, and whoever is little, like a toddler between 1 to 2 year old, the customer already bring their the seat, and we never ask them that on this. I mean, we never cancel even the ride, saying that you don't have a child seat and you can't get in. We never do that. It's customer's responsibility. Okay, so explained about it. So the question number 11 on Uber and Bolt. uh, yes, on Uber and Bolt apps, what information do I get over the app? So I'll explain you. Basically, over the job notification, we do see the customer rating. Over the Uber app, customer name is not mentioned. Okay, it's just before they were mentioning the customer name, but they are not doing it now, which is a good thing. And now we see customer rating, and then further we see the pickup information, the pickup postcode, and then we see the drop off postcode. Okay, and it depends, like if the pickup is short, is quite ideal for us, and if the pickup is very long, depending on the job, let's say if the job is of 30 40 pound, 20 pound, let's say, and pickup is of like 2 mile 3 mile, I don't mind taking it, because at least I know I'm gonna make the good money. Okay, so it depends on the situation. If the pickup is short, is quite good. Okay, if it's longer, depends on the situation. But if let's say if the job is of only 5 6 pounds and the pickup is of 2 miles, is no point. Okay, so shortest, the pickup for the shortest job is more better. Okay, so over the Uber app, I could see the customer rating I already mentioned, and the journey length also is shown, that how long the destination will be, like in mileage, and what is the starting postcode, start journey, the postcode, and what is the end journey postcode. Okay, that is what exactly mentioned, plus obviously the customer rating. And uh, uh, it is quite a short time to decide either we have to take the job or not, because the no job notification for Uber just is coming like only for 4 or 5 seconds, and the job notification for Bolt comes for like 8 to 10 seconds, I believe, and similar things are mentioned over Bolt as well. Okay, so uh, the thing is, if the customer rating is nice, for example, is about 4.8, 4.9, 4.7 even, is fine. Okay, I'm quite flexible to take the jobs for the customers who have the nice ratings. And some customers who have the rating which is like 4.3, 4.2, 3.8, 4 point some, the 4.10 or something, then I feel doubtful about it. Though I have even taken the journeys which are of the customer's rating was even 4.34, 4.25, 4 point, the 4, but still I had no issues, with these people even. Okay, so I recommend if somebody's rating is above than 4, you guys should think, to take the ride. Okay, and it doesn't matter so much. Okay, and obviously there is some reason why drivers putting the low rating for the customer. Definitely there is reason also. So this question is answered. Right, so now I'll answer the next question. Okay, number 12. If the area or the place of the postcode has multiple stops, is it mentioned over the job notification? In case of Uber, yes, it is mentioned over the Uber app. It shows multiple stops, like it is written clearly that the customer has put the multiple stops. Okay, and if the job is longer, let's say, it worth doing it. Okay, for the multiple stops. If the job is of less money, for example, if it is like 6 or 8 pounds of job and there are 1 or 2 stops added in it, no, it doesn't worth it in my opinion. If the job is longer, like let's say 20 to 30 pound, even above than 15 pounds, and there are 1 or 2 stops added in it, so it's all right, like it worth it, the doing it. Okay, so it depends on the situation, that how longer the job is for. Like if the money is good, okay, we can do it. And I personally feel okay with 1 stop added. If customer has added like 2 3 stops, and then I feel is a group of youngsters or group of people, you know who could be getting dropped, at the different places. They will make noise also in the way, and there are, you know so that time I feel uneasy, to take the rides. So even I have taken the rides also. Just recently, like 1.5 week ago, I picked up one customer from, I picked up 4 guys from the area of Windsor, and I dropped off this guy in area of Bracknell. Okay, so while I was dropping off, I got the job notification, and it was showing that the drop off is in Bracknell, and all the drop off is like with the gap of, like, it was showing what I even understood, it was a gap of like half mile, 1 mile, half mile, like that. Okay, so there were 3 drop offs in same job, but it was good money, like I was getting around 25 pounds. Okay, and I dropped off these customers, and when I dropped off with the gap of half mile to 3 of these guys. I was okay with that. Okay, and I had no issues with these guys. Okay, and obviously they were little bit making, the being chit chat and being noisy a little bit. And even one guy asked me to, if to connect his Bluetooth with my audio system. I didn't mind. Okay, that's fine. As far as they are not too much noisy, I don't have a problem. And these guy, I give them the 5-star rating. Okay, it's not a problem. So this job is answered. So question number 13: how do you call the rider during the journey from, sorry, how do you call the rider from the app? It's pretty simple. When we reach to the pickup point, we don't see the customer. Just at the bottom left corner, we can find the call button or the message button. So when we press that call button, we get the option on, or from Uber app, that we could send the message of text message, or we could ring the customer. So that call is through Uber itself. Okay, or through Bolt itself. Okay, and in when we are about to start the journey and we have reached at the pickup point, we easily can ring the customer. Okay, and send them the text message. Okay, so yeah, that's quite easy to do. Okay, guys, so question number, so right, so I had I have answered all the questions of this brother who sent me 2 emails, and he was concerned about these questions, and I already answered in this email. Now further, I had made a blog post over the YouTube in the community tab. I had asked you guys that if you could put the questions in the comment, so that I answered those questions also. If you are about to join the Uber driving occupation, or you already are a new driver. Okay, so few brothers asked me 3 sort of questions. I'll reply them also. Number 14, okay, I name it. So what is the best insurance company for private hire drivers? Guys, The best answer for this question is that everybody's situation or scenario is different, okay? Because there are only 5 or 6 companies, I believe, who are, legit to, insure for the private hire drivers. And I'll find the link, okay? I'll drop in the in the description also. Just have a look to find out that what sort of companies are offering, the private hire driver insurance. There are a couple of companies, okay, such as Insure. I am with Acorn, and yeah, there are so many, ADCL or something like that. Anyway, I'll just drop the link there, and I try to find the picture of those companies and try to put it here also, and you can have a look. And guys, so what did happens, you have to call 3-4 companies at least, and get the quote from them, okay? Everybody could be different, okay? It's not like you go over the website of what's that called, company gocompare.com, or you put it there. No, it's not like that. There are only few companies who can insure private hire drivers, and you should know about these companies, and you should only ring them and ask them that what is the quotation, okay? And you should ring 3-4 companies and give your details. For example, you are of your age is just 21 or 22. Let's say your age is sorry, your age is like 22, 23, maybe 24, like that. So your age is less, okay? And it depends on the age as well. Like your insurance will be up, okay? And you have recently joined the private driver occupation, and for example, you don't have the even the no claim bonus. So your insurance will be up like to 400 pounds even per month, maybe 400, 350, like that. But for example, uh, if you are already experienced driver and your age is about like 30, 35, like that, and you have no claim bonus also, and I mean, yeah, so then your insurance could be less also. So you will get the quotation from 3-4 companies and see whoever is giving the lowest price, okay? So these companies are giving the quotation like it depends on yearly basis or monthly basis. If you just pay off one time, for example, uh, I got the quotation for the moment. I'm paying 190 pounds a month for the Uber X jobs, okay? And that this is the money I'm paying now. When I had started, the insurance with this company, I was paying around 230 or 225 pound a month. So after the time, they're lowered, like every year they're lowering like 10 pound, 15 pound a month for me, and this is the monthly insurance I'm paying. If wish I had paid lump sum, and lump sum, if I pay lump sum, probably my insurance is not supposed to be 190. It would have been like, if I pay lump sum, it would have been like 170 pound or 180 pound, like that. So I would have got more discount if I had paid the lump sum or the one time payment, or one time yearly payment, okay? But obviously I didn't pay, so I'm paying every month 10 or 20 pound extra, okay guys? So yeah, just find in the description the link which I'll drop, and see what companies are offering you the private hire driver insurance. All right, so right, so now we come to the next question. What is the best place to hire PCO vehicles for Uber driving? Okay, so many companies are offering this PCO cars, and it depends, like if you want to get the new, or let's say the new cars, or the cars which are of between 2022, 2023, 2021 model, like that, electric cars, if you want to get the even though if you want to get the hybrid cars, okay, which are the nearly latest model, so you have to go to the companies like Autocar, VFlex. There is another company, I met that guy, is very nice guy. I met him, he was from Move, and but this company Move is just offering Tesla. So there are so many companies, even through Uber, if you join with Uber, even you can see the Uber partners who are offering to hire the, I mean, to give the car on rent, okay? So yeah, these are famous companies, I can say: Autocar, VFlex, and Move company, and Yeah, a couple of these companies. I'll find more names, and even I'll put in the description also. You can have a look. Just check with them what they are offering for the new cars. Though, if you just want to start up and you want to see how it works, I recommend you don't go for the the bigger terms, like longer terms. Okay, you should be looking for the short term. The vehicle high rent. I mean vehicle hiring. Okay, because if you have to decide that you have to do this job in the future or not, in this case try finding the company, I mean try finding the car which rent is really low. Okay, like even the local dealers, they are offering you the Uber X cars in 110 pound a week, so you could start up with that also. Okay, but the companies which I told you, like Autocar or yeah, these sort of companies, that they are giving on rent and a rent to buy option, and they could be expensive. Okay, and though the cars are new, but they could be expensive, and in some cases they provide you insurance also and the maintenance of the car also, but on the top they are charging you around 300 350 a week. Okay, or the least it could be 250 a week. Okay, so I'll drop the information about the most famous companies in the the description also, so that you can go to the website of those companies and see how it is like in the market. Okay, so the next question is the last question, which one of the friend, he put the question that last 2 weeks Uber has been so quiet. Can you please talk about this, if you have had issues getting jobs last week? So guys, I can say you, the last week jobs which I did, uh, I pocketed around 1200 pounds. Okay, and last week I made around 1500 pounds. Okay, I'll put the screenshots here. And on the day of this Sunday, I couldn't work, and because I had some emergency situation and I couldn't work, because of, if I if I had worked that day even, so my taking had to be around 14 to 1500 pound. So sometime there is some situation, and where the priorities change. Okay, in the life. So I can say past 2 weeks been all right. So I'll tell you what to do in this situation when the jobs are so quiet. Okay, guys, if there are no jobs in the area wherever you are parked your cars, and you're not getting the jobs, so you should now try moving toward the busy areas. Okay, for example, if you are living in East London, like Ilford, Drumford, and there is a area, the Good Maze. If you're living in East London, in these areas, and by the time it is a night time, around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or even during the daytime, when it is not rush hours, there are not so many jobs. So try moving towards Canning Town, Stratford, and toward the central London area. You will start getting the jobs. Okay, so you should know what time which areas could be busy. Okay, and most of time central London or around central London is always busy. Okay, so when it's quiet, just try moving towards the busy areas. Believe me, you will start getting the jobs. This is what I exactly do, because sometime in West London, where I'm living, in zone 4 5, in zone 3, there are no jobs. Like from Ealing Broadway, Ealing Broadway is a bit fine, like we get the frequent jobs from there. But sometime in Hayes, where I live, and in Uxbridge, there are no jobs at all. Okay, so I have to move towards Ealing Broadway, Brentford, or Kensington areas, and I start getting the jobs. Okay, so no jobs, start moving toward the busy area. And believe me, it doesn't take such a long time. It takes like maybe 15-20 minutes maximum. Okay, and you get to the busy places and you start getting the job. And this is how exactly I have been doing. And I've been lucky, I was getting the longer jobs also, plus on the top, I was getting the reservations also. Okay, so almost every night I was getting 2 3 reservations. Because of reservations, I was also easily making 60-80 pounds. Okay, every shift. So yeah, this is my recommendation to you. And let's say if you are living in North London, in like Enfield, Edmonton, or the far areas. Okay, like yeah, if you're living, for example, near Stansted or somewhere, Ruislip. Okay, so sometime it is quite there. You guys should start moving toward the busy areas. And for people who are living in, let's say, Enfield, Edmonton, Tottenham is really a magnetic place. Seven Sister is magnetic place, and you get so many jobs all the time. Okay, so you should start moving toward the busy areas. I can recommend. Okay, sometime Harrow is quiet. You know, then people you should Harrow is quiet. Watford is quiet. You should be moving toward the Brent Cross. You should be moving towards the Wembley area, or then further down to Royal Park, Harleysden. Okay, and this is exactly what I do. Sometimes there are no jobs at all in UB area, so what I do, I come towards Hanger Lane as well, and I start finding the jobs. So my friend, I know this vlog has been such a long vlog, and I didn't make it by purpose, okay, but I try to answer all the question to this brother in this vlog also, though I have replied him in through the emails also, but I thought, okay, I'll answer these all questions to my audience, whoever listen me actively, and they will have a lot of information from me also. And that's why I'm making this vlog, and plus obviously to engage my audience and have more subscribers, I need to be active over here, even though I'm making just like one vlog a week, but I try to make a productive vlog so that I keep getting the subscribers also. And if you have seen this vlog so far, and you interested to become a private hire driver, or you already a private hire driver and you need more information, guys, just subscribe to the channel and encourage me so that I could come up with more better discussion, more better arguments, more better details about this occupation. And I hope you like the videos which I make, and I'll speak to you in another vlog. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment, and I do highly appreciate that you have taken your time and listened to this vlog. I'll speak to you in another vlog. Until the next time, bye bye.